What do we got? Another old iron ring, part of reins or some horse tack. Boy, do I find a lot of that. It's always cool. Finding a lot of these. Another ring, horse tack, ring off of reins. Pretty cool. Check this out. What do we have here? Whatever it is, it's really big. See that big hunk of iron and stuff's been in the ground a while? Is this a huge chain link? Or, wow, look at this. These things just all over the place. Look at this. And because they're round and give such a big signal like that, and they ring in pretty high on this fisher and boost process. It's part of a big snaffle bit, but it doesn't look like it's been used, or that could have been a hitch post ring. It's big. That's probably in the neighborhood of a 4-inch diameter. Before I filled the hole back up, you can see it. This pottery was in this spot as well. It's really neat. That's some old stuff right there. A little shotgun shell. Western Field, number 12. That came out of the ground like that, pretty clean. Got a signal here that wasn't the greatest signal in the world, but there was also some iron in there with it. So there's more than one thing, could have been throwing it off. And there's something here. What is that? Huh. Let's clean that off and take a look. What a beautiful place. You see these flowers? It's most likely right up here on this hill. It drops off pretty sharp right there, and it drops off over here on this side. Most likely we got a house, old house site right here, somewhere in this vicinity. So let's see what we can find. You got something really cool here. Anytime you see green with a little shape to it, I think I've got a really neat old buckle that I'm hoping is in really good shape here. So far so good. Yeah, there's the, how about that? See? Never gets old finding those. Old brass horse buckle. Good stuff. Hoping I have some silver here. Check that out. Is that a handle off something? A handle off a razor? Or is that a lipstick case? Easy for me to say. Seems like everywhere there's flowers, there's something in the ground next to it. Found an old key. It's really thin. It's kind of odd. It's really thin and it's a lock key or something. Cabinet key. Okay, I wanted you to see this. There's the site and it slopes downhill and then really goes downhill here. right under the surface. You can see that's why I used a little handheld digger there, right under the surface. Got a great looking little range guide. Pretty sure that's what that is. Check that out. Really high 80s signal on the Fisher. This signal here. This is a rifle casing is what I thought, and if it is, it's got that pronounced bass, more so than the other stuff you find, so I will clean that up, and that could be really interesting actually. I read something recently about some really old ones, Civil War era stuff that had a very pronounced bass, but I can't remember that off the top of my head. We'll get it cleaned up and we'll see what we have. Got an old lantern part, I believe. And a shout out to Nugget Noggin on YouTube, because he's found a bunch of these, and that's why I know what the heck it is. Otherwise I'd be clueless. Well, I don't know what else to say other than they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Look at that. Yeah. Hey, checking out a new spot today. Haven't been up there yet. I'm just walking up this old road, and the open field is up there. It's been hunting a lot. But walking in, and looked over this way as I'm on the way in. Got another old house back here. There it is. Get the small coil out and go to work around it. Alright, so that's the back side of this old house, and it had electricity. You can see where the electricity came in on this side, and that's the pole, pretty sure. And I think you can see right back there, that's probably where they dumped all their junk. There are a lot of old bottles and cans and everything laying in that one little spot right there. There's a bottle here. It's been there a little while. It's got stuff growing. Is that a mason jar? Yeah, Bell mason jar. Look at that. That's what grew into the bottle. Bell Perfect Mason. No coins. Probably got a lid at home that I found at that other old house site that would fit this. You're just walking through the woods here, and looked up, saw something pretty cool. Not really sure exactly what this is. I don't know what I think it is. You see that? Check that out. Isn't that cool? I think it's heavy. That'd be the hitch right up there, right? 2 wheels, axle. I mean, it's all iron, you know, so maybe some experts can tell me, you know, what I'm looking at here, what kind of buggy. Yeah, using the F75 now in discrimination mode, but we've got it on boost process and 99 sensitivity, so you hear it squeaking a little bit, but got a really good signal right here. And it's the right depth. 6 inches. Let's dig it. That ought to have gotten it out. Is that a rock? Really soft dirt. Let's see where it is. All right, it's out. Just gotta locate it now. There we go. All right, let's cross our fingers. Haven't found much today. Yes, a coin. Be a coin. No, shotgun top maybe. Or it could be a coin. Let's see. All right, so we got a coin. You're gonna have to clean this thing off. Let's see what we have. It's been in the ground a while. 6 inches down. Let's see. Be something good. It may just be a token. It's awful light. I know that. Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna have a hole in the middle. Yeah, that's gonna be an old tax token. Excuse me. And they made some out of, I think, copper, and then the ones that were less expensive were like 1 cent or whatever. Those were aluminum. That's what it is. An old 1 cent tax token. Pretty cool. Those are old. Got some old stuff here that's been buried a long time. Maybe there's some more tractor parts and car parts. There's no telling. But look at this. You don't think this has been here a long time? Look at that. Whatever that is, this tree, little tree, has just grown right around it. See that? What is that? That's some old springs. Bunch of rings. A bunch of rings. There's some pottery. This old hook. Not really sure what that's used for. Big old link to something. I think it's got some writing on it. You can clean that off. Some pieces of big pieces of copper. That's pretty neat. Nice little range guide. That old buckle, lipstick case, or handle to something there. That old lantern part. All those rings. Got a key. There's a tax token. Got a modern rifle round, a musket ball. I still don't know what this is. That's that old tax token there. And excited to clean this off. This old casing. That's kind of interesting. Hadn't seen too many like that. And anyway, fun day. Saw a lot of things.